Greetings, campers.
And good morning, boys and girls.
Today we're going to be talking about the newest princess movie to enter the Disney realm, Raya and the Last Dragon. It is a tale of wonder, bravery, and tolerance, but mostly it's a tale of My Little Pony-style dragons. Just kidding, but kinda not really. We'll talk more about that later, but for now, this is Redeye Reviews. If you don't know my format by now, I will be starting with a full synopsis. If you don't want the plot to be spoiled, just skip to the timestamp right here on the screen, and the rest of us will catch up in a few minutes. Our story takes place in the land of Kumandra, a rich and prosperous land where humans and dragons live alongside each other. However, that all changes when the Fire Nation attacks. I mean, the evil spirits called the Droon. This evil has the power to turn living creatures into stone. As a war wages between them and the dragons, the last few remaining create a great orb of magic that wards off the Droon and revives the humans. It, however, does not bring back the dragons themselves. And rather than live in peace with each other, the humans do what we do best and fight each other over the possession of the great shiny stone, dividing themselves into different tribes: the Fang, Heart, Tail, Spine, and Talon. 500 years later, the chief of the Heart tribe, Binja, is training his daughter, Raya, to become the new Magic Rock Guardian. And during a feast designed to bring the tribes closer together, Raya meets a girl from another tribe named Namari and shows her the stone. A fight breaks out over the stone, and it breaks into 5 pieces, and each piece gets taken by a member of each tribe. The breaking of the orb reawakens the Droon, and they begin rampaging across the land, claiming many victims, Raya's father among them. 6 years later, we see Raya is searching for the last known dragon, Sisu, the one who used this magical orb. And she actually manages to find Sisu and summon her. She tells us that she didn't make the magic rock, but can use its powers, and maybe if they collect all the pieces, they can summon the dragon and make a wish. I mean, save the world from the Droon. By using the rock, Sisu shapeshifts into a person to better disguise herself. An encounter with now grown-up Namari happens, but thanks to a new friend, Boone, they all escape together. They go to Talon to claim the third orb, and they meet the most adorable Khan baby, Little Noi, and her monkey companions. After a few more encounters, the group joins together and continues their journey. The group now goes to Spine and meets Tong, a mighty warrior and the tribe's last member that hasn't been turned to stone. Namari shows up and gets in another fight, but everyone sees now that Sisu is in dragon form. They do get that second to last piece of the stone they need, though. Raya arranges a meeting with Namari to try and create the stone in a peaceful manner. But during the encounter, tempers rise and Sisu gets unintentionally shot by Namari and falls into the river. And with the last dragon officially dead, the water begins to disappear, allowing the Droon to rampage freely across the land. Namari and Raya fight again while the Droon begin attacking the city. The group decides to put aside their differences and help one another, and Raya says that they need to reassemble the orb, and that they have to forgive Namari and trust her, as trust is needed to give the stone its power. Raya shows she trusts Namari by handing her her stone and giving herself up to the Droon, turning into stone herself. The others follow suit, and Namari is left by herself. She stands by her new friends and creates the orb before being taken by the Droon herself. With the orb reassembled, the Droon become vanquished and everyone is brought back to life, including Sisu and all the other My Little Ponies. I mean, dragons. Raya reunites with her father in that amazing Disney moment that we all love and everyone secretly cries at. And the tribes gather together again and officially declare peace, reforming the United Nation of Kumandra once again. Now, Raya and the Last Dragon marks the 59th Disney animated feature film, and only one of a handful that really displays that wide range of diversity in its characters. Its plot, though, about bringing the missing pieces back together is a pretty overused plot device, but I will say the good parts of this movie heavily outweigh the negative. Now, the movie does have a lot of backstory moments that build the movie's history, and when fantasy movies typically do this, their characters and situations can kind of get lost in the confusion of everything. But thanks to a very talented crew, including directors and writers from movies like Blind Spotting, Winnie the Pooh, Big Hero 6, Raya and the Last Dragon is a very well-formatted and thought-out movie and flows at a perfect pace to keep the audience entertained throughout. It is a great combination of How to Train Your Dragon, Moana, and a bit of Mulan. I will say it is a very diverse and refreshing cast, but it is a very standard Disney plot. A young princess who wants to prove herself to her father leaves her home, and with the help of a mighty companion, defeats the world's evil, brings the land back together, reunites with her father in a super touching moment, I mean, yeah, we have seen this many times before with Disney, but I honestly don't really mind it, as I do love these stories. The one part of the movie I wish we saw more of, though, is the world itself. We get some amazing environments and towns and vibrant colors, a few hints at wildlife and nature, but they could have developed that more, I think. I would have loved to see more of the land, interactions with wildlife, or an explanation for Tudyk. Why is he so big? Is that common? Are there other things like him? Is he one of a kind? We just don't know. Tudyk is adorable, but that shouldn't be a surprise to you as he is voiced by Alan Tudyk. And if you don't know, he voiced our friendly chicken in Moana.
I went to Julia.
And he's weirdly amazing at doing characters like this. I will say I absolutely loved Awkwafina as Sisu. While I am a big fan of like Eddie Murphy's Mushu, this cute funny dragon plays a much more essential role, with important lessons to learn and teach us, as opposed to just kind of being a funny sidekick that constantly throws out one-liners. I will say that modern culture has ruined me, as I immediately thought about how much they look like My Little Pony, and couldn't stop thinking about what the brony and the furry community thinks about this. But that being said, I found the movie incredibly relevant right now, as it is about the idea of bringing back the splintered and destroyed factions of society. It feels like just the message people need to hear right now. To have pride in who you are, pride in your family, your culture, and to hope that we really can all come together to make a better tomorrow. After everything we talked about, I'm going to give this movie an 8 out of 10. Very cute family movie. And I, for one, am happy to see some more diversity enter the line of Disney princesses. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment. I love to hear you guys' thoughts on movies. So we will see you Thursday with a very, very different movie in Boss Level, which I'm going to be watching tonight. And I can only imagine Mel Gibson doesn't act like a Disney princess, well, except in the movie Pocahontas, that I just totally remembered he's in. He voices John Smith. Yeah, weird times. Anyways, until then, stay happy and stay healthy.